Hi, I'm Lindsay Cardenas, and today I'll be presenting about third spaces in Compton. Do you ever stop to think about the places where we gather? The library where kids finish their homework, the park where families play, the cafeteria where students sit together and share a meal. These are what we refer to as third spaces. They're not home, nor are they school, but they shape who we are. In my community, these spaces aren't guaranteed. They're underfunded, vandalized, or sometimes completely erased. Growing up, I saw this firsthand. At Dominguez High School, my high school, the cafeteria burned down. The cafeteria wasn't just a place to eat, it was where we sat with friends, where we could laugh, where we could feel normal for a while. When it burned down, it felt like a message. We could never have something nice, because it would always be destroyed. It made me angry. It made me feel like nobody cared enough to protect us or invest in us. But at the same time, it pushed me to work harder, because I knew that if I wanted something, I would have to fight for it. And here's the thing. This isn't about bad communities. It's about decisions, systemic choices by city planners, developers, and landowners shape which neighborhoods get resources and which don't. Historian Josh Sides explains how municipal neglect deepened inequality in Black Los Angeles. The Los Angeles city government consistently diverted funds for traffic safety, sewage, and street repairs away from the city's poorer Black neighborhoods. That kind of disinvestment didn't just happen, it was policy. So why should you care? Because we all depend on third spaces. Think about the student center on campus, or the quiet corner of the library where you study, or the park where you go to clear your head. Now imagine if those places didn't exist. Or worse, imagine if they existed, but no one cared enough to protect them. That's the reality in my community, and it doesn't just affect how people feel, it affects education, safety, and opportunity. Emily Strauss writes, Compton's public school system serves as an ideal means to view the conflicts that develop between minority groups over schooling in under-resourced communities. When schools and neighborhoods lose these spaces, young people lose opportunities to learn, grow, and feel like they belong. The cycle of poverty deepens. But when spaces are protected, the opposite happens. Safe spaces lead to better education, stronger communities, and brighter futures. Robert W. Compton emphasizes how everyday places shape identity. He states that urban planning seems to prioritize the building of new jails and new stadiums over new schools, libraries, parks, and playgrounds. The old vicious cycle remains in place. When we invest in these everyday places, people feel valued. When we don't, they feel forgotten. And yet, it's not all lost. There are groups and programs fighting to rebuild. Color Compton is a nonprofit that uses art to highlight stories from the community. A brand new Compton High School has been built, showing us that schools can rise stronger. And Dominguez High School created a boutique inside the school, which gives kids a safe space to build a community and create. These are signs of what's possible when we choose to invest in people and places. So what's the solution? It's not just about building a park or fixing a library. It's about committing to these spaces and protecting them for the long term. Because third spaces are not luxuries. They are surviving, and they are identities that are hopeful. When we fight for these spaces, we fight for the futures of young people like me. And we send a different message. You do matter. This community does matter. And that's why you should invest in third spaces.